Movie Maker magazine. My name is Danny DeLillo, and we're here at the Camille Los Angeles showroom in West Hollywood, and I'm here with Camille Calvin with her movie In the Clouds. Let's take a look at the clip.
Get your head out of the clouds.
Technically, he's not my boyfriend anymore. I'm Maggie.
How long did you dance for?
It'll be fun, you know, like a sleepover. Let me be him for you.
May I?
Camille, thank you so much for sharing your movie In the Clouds. It was an incredible experience to have it at NewFilmmakers LA. Tell us a brief synopsis of your film.
First of all, thank you so much. My film is about a retired ballerina who realizes she has no one in her life, no one to depend on, and she goes through a lot of horrible obstacles, and finally she meets a woman or young girl who kind of makes her do things that are a little outside of the box.
Mm-hmm. It was a really powerful and endearing, character-driven movie that I just was like,
Thank you.
Completely fell in love with the characters and the story. How did you come about making the story?
Well, the story was very real to me. It all started, I think, just thinking about something that women and men too often think about, like, where are you going to be when you're much older, when you're a senior? Are you going to have someone who's there for you, taking care of you? Are you going to be able to take care of yourself?
Mm-hmm.
And something that people go through a lot is if you're really good at your career, then most likely your personal life kind of suffers.
Mm-hmm.
You don't have a good relationship with your significant other, or even your friendships. Maybe your friendships are suffering.
Mm-hmm.
And in this case, Samantha, the ballerina, had gone through her entire life focusing on dance and being the best ballerina that she could be. And in the end, now she's looking around. She's much older. She has no one to take care of her. She has no one to rely on or lean on. And that is kind of what I wanted to talk about. And that's, I think, a big fear of mine.
Mm-hmm.
Just wondering, like, oh my God, what is my life going to be like when I'm, when I'm 90? And
now you know, you kind of made it sound very easy, but you know, what was kind of your biggest challenge in making it Into the Clouds?
Oh, well, our biggest challenge was, I think, towards the end. I mentioned this during the screening. Towards the end, figuring out how to really cut everything together, because this was somewhat like a personal project, and I just kind of wrote it out in a couple of days. It was done. I was like, oh, I like the story. Everyone seems to like the story. Now let's make it. And I directed a music video before, which was like all visual to me. So I storyboarded everything. But this, I thought, oh, the story will carry itself. So I didn't take the time to really storyboard the way that I should have. And now looking back, I know that that was a huge mistake. And I've learned my lesson as a director. So editing was a nightmare. It was a nightmare because I had so many different angles. We took so much footage, and there was so much good stuff that we just had to cut out.
That's the hardest thing, isn't it? When you're trying to edit all of that.
Murdering your baby, and it was really hard to do that. But finally, I just had to do it, and I ended up with a 25-minute short. And honestly, it could have been 45 minutes. I swear to you. It could have been like a mini feature. But I decided not to do that and to have it be a little bit more punchy and to try to speed up the story a little bit. We took a couple of scenes out, but editing was a nightmare. It took almost a year.
Well, I mean, it certainly was worth it, because, you know, once you get the great edit, everything looks great on camera. You know, you said last night actually about, and I use this term too, about my film baby, you know, releasing my film baby. But what is it like to release your film baby and then have your film selected for NewFilmmakers Los Angeles?
Oh, it was amazing. It really was, because when I made the film, I wasn't thinking, oh, this is a LGBT film. This is just, really I was thinking it was about ageism and a film about fears and not knowing what's going to happen in the future. And when you guys responded and said, hey, we want this film to be in our LGBT section, I thought, oh yeah, if they want us, we'll take it. Yeah, that's awesome. Like, of course, like, you know, it's a great cause, and it made me realize it's also bringing awareness to that, and we're so happy to be a part of it.
Yeah, well, I mean, well, thank you. And, you know, you're from another amazing film city, part of the world, Atlanta, Georgia, and living here in Los Angeles.
Yeah, that's right.
Which is amazing. What's next for you as a director?
Well, I have a couple of stories in mind, and we're trying to figure out the whole production, and the crew and funding, of course, is a big obstacle. So that's what's next. Trying to do a feature.
Trying to do a feature next.
Yes.
Okay, well, we want to see more of your stuff, Camille, and
thank you
so very much for sharing it Into the Clouds. It's
thank you.
So incredibly endearing, and I thoroughly enjoyed it, and thank you for sharing it with us. So congratulations on this film. We're looking forward to your next one, okay?
Okay, thank you so much.
You, Camille.
Thank you.